Hi there. In this video we'll be covering what are the steps to publishing a book. If you're lost or feeling overwhelmed about the whole process, you'll definitely want to watch this video. By the end of this video, you're going to learn more about editing, design, publication, and promotion, and even a little bit about writing. And stay tuned until the end of the video for an opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. To start off, there's no one-size-fits-all process for book writing. Everybody has their own methods and ideas and suggestions. These are just mine. These are some of the things that I do, or the way that I approach book writing and publishing. And, you know, this is something that I've learned from writing or ghostwriting 30 books. It's been really meaningful for me to gain all of these experiences, because every single project, every single book that moves forward to publication, I learned new things. I learned things about, you know, how to promote the book, what success looks like, you know, things to avoid. And the more that I can learn and the more skills I can gain, you know, the stronger it is. And you're going to be the same way. The first time around, it's scary. It's overwhelming. You're going to feel lost. The more you do it and the more you understand different things, you're going to be in such a better place. The first thing to think about when publishing a book is, how do you want to move forward with this book, the publication? There's really two different paths you can take to publication. There's traditional and there's self-publishing. With traditional publishing, it means you're working with a traditional publisher, and that publisher is actually covering some of the steps needed to publication. They may be covering with cost, with their own skilled workers. Whatever the case may be, they are handling that process, and you're on a conveyor belt. You get paid upfront, typically in advance, against future royalties, which is a nice benefit, and you don't pay out of pocket for the expenses like editing and design work. On the flip side, with traditional, there's a huge burden to overcome with getting your book traditionally published. There's so much gatekeeping in the book world, and there's so many times where people can tell you that your book isn't good enough, or that it's not marketable, or whatever the case may be. Typically, people who are traditionally published typically have bigger platforms, so that could be a gap. You know, you have to put together a book proposal, which is a 20 to 50 page document all about the book, and then you have to send it around to people and wait for them to tell you how your book isn't good enough. That's basically the process, until somebody finally says yes. So it's annoying and it's difficult. And there's things that are out of your control, but there's opportunities for getting your book in bigger places, bigger scope, bigger push behind it. The other option is self-publishing, where you handle those steps yourself, out of pocket. Maybe you work with professionals to help you along, but then at the same time, when the book is published, you recoup all of the additional fees from book publishing. All the royalties. On the flip side, you acquire and keep all of the royalties from every book sold. Instead of having money go toward the advance or money toward the publisher, you get to keep all of the royalty money. So there's a trade-off there. It's good at the start of this process to figure out which step you want to take, which direction you want to take, because it's going to inform the choices you make. Once you figure out the scope of what you want to do and you figure out what your book is about, you have to write the book. You can't promote a book that doesn't exist, that's not finished. You know, it's really cumbersome and difficult to write a book. You know, it's challenging to write a book. It really is, but it's a meaningful process. It's meaningful to work through all of the issues and the pain points and the doubts, and to keep going with it. It's an awesome thing to be able to bring your story forward. The writing process is the writing process. You got to do the writing, you got to do the work. But at the same time, if you stick with it and make consistent progress, you're going to be in a good place. After you finish your draft comes editing. Editing is so important, and a lot of people overlook it or try to move past it. You don't want to do that. You want to take your time on editing. You want to get it right. And you want to work with people who are going to challenge you. It's so much easier to be challenged and to address those challenges during the editing process than it is after the book is published and in people's hands, because you can't really take it back anymore. The editing process is your safety net. This is your chance to really get it right, to make sure you're not missing anything, to make sure there's no mistakes. So take your time with editing. Typically, the first round of editing is content or developmental editing, then comes copy editing, And that third step, which some people take and some people don't, is proofreading. That's really that final look to make sure everything is as strong as possible. After you have an edited book draft, you can then lay it out. And it's so powerful to see it in book form laid out like that, page by page. It's just really special to see the design flourishes and elements that designers can bring to the interior design and the cover design. And these elements are going to pop and they're going to send a message to your reader. They're going to draw them in. So you want to spend some time and you want to spend some effort and do your due diligence to either work with professionals or do a great job yourself. There's definitely programs online that you can use to help you design your book and lay it out. But it's a really special step, and too many people just do the bare minimum on it. But when you see a book that's really powerfully laid out, it just takes it to a new level. Once you have your draft in formatted, laid out form, you can then upload it and prep it for publication. And typically you want a little runway ahead of publication day, so it primes the pump a little bit, gets people excited. It creates a build toward publication day. It's an awesome time. It's a special time. It's a victory lap time. It's your chance to celebrate and your chance to recognize this is the before publication. After publication, things are going to be different in whatever way they are, whether it's a personal pride thing, whether it's a personal self-growth thing, whether it's building your platform, just stepping into a new reality. This is a special time. Just soak it in and celebrate it. A lot of people think the book process ends with publication, but in some ways that's only the beginning. The book publication is a chance to now put the book in readers' hands and give them a chance to read it. It's also a chance to build your platform based on the book that you just put out. You could use this to, drive leads and opportunities to your business. You could use this to build your platform. You could use this book to give away its speeches, as a lead magnet kind of thing. There's so many different ways that your book can help you. It can prop you up. It can build up your profile, and it can help you achieve the dreams that you've wished to achieve. This is the thing that's always been missing. And being able to publish and promote and bring forward your book is such a powerful thing. So enjoy it, soak it in. But look at this as just the beginning, because you have years and years to come where you could still promote and build on the success of this book. So don't think of this as the ending. This is just the start of something great. If you want to learn more about what are the steps to publishing a book, there's another video I recorded I definitely want you to check out. It's called How to Publish a Book. In that video, I cover the entire process from beginning to end. I go in depth on the writing process. There's so many little tips and tricks and insights that I have to share that I want you to know as you're going into this process, as you're considering bringing your book forward, because the more information you have, the more informed you're going to be and the better this process is going to be for you. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.